Alright, friends and family, it is officially time for the reading vlog of The Hero of Ages. And this is probably going to be my last read of 2020, so I really hope it knocks it out of the park. I don't know what kind of expectations I have, but I guess we'll see as we go along. I'm going to get started tonight, and I'll update you when I have something to update you about. Okay, I just finished part 1 of The Hero of Ages, and so I'm going to share a few of my thoughts real quick. I have about 9 or 10 tabs in right now. My same problems that I always have with this trilogy so far of just the way Sanderson is setting up the story and how just obvious and blatant he's being, and it's actually been really difficult for me to push through this time. I think just because I'm so done with it. Like, I want him to have grown beyond that at this point in the trilogy, and he clearly hasn't. But so that's been annoying, and if you haven't watched my other reading vlogs, it's simply the fact that he over explains things and just is very unsubtle about the way he's doing his descriptions and setting up the story for this book. So that bothers me. The second thing that bothers me is Elend. I just don't like him as character. I think he's a jerk. I don't like the way he treats Vin, and I don't like the way he sees his role as emperor, and I understand he's going through a period of growth and trying to learn how to be the best emperor he can be to, like, help his people, but it bothers me and I don't like him, and that's okay. I'm allowed to not like characters. I am loving the atmosphere and just how depressing everything is. Like, literally the world is ending, and it's just like the most depressing thing I've ever read in my entire life, and I like it. I'm enjoying that aspect of it, and they're slowly, you know, putting in the tidbits of things we're going to find out and discover as we go along. I want more information faster. I want this fast-paced story to be fast-paced from the beginning and not 120 pages of boringness. I've been bored. I've been having to make myself read this all day. But hopefully part 2 picks up a bit, and I'll let you guys know when I get there. Okay, so I just finished part 2. I'm on to part 3. I wanted to stop in and share some thoughts, though, just about where I'm at. I've realized one of the things that I don't like about this book is that we're not in Vin's head very much. I feel like the previous 2 books, she's our main character, we're following her, and we've had maybe 6 chapters of her perspective. And while I appreciate getting to see the perspectives of other people, I would rather be in her head than in Elend's head, because I do not like that man. So that's the second thing that I don't like, is Elend. I find him very patronizing to his wife, and I don't like his attitude towards being an emperor. Like, who am I to judge? I've never been an emperor and never will be, but I just don't like him, and that's okay. I also don't like that Vin is going through, yet again, the same process of accepting that she can be both the Mistborn and the noblewoman. Like, we've literally gone through the same character progression 3 times. So that's just, like, poor times. But besides that, I am enjoying the story. We're moving along. We're getting information. I don't really like the battles that are happening. I want more magical conflict happening with I love when the Inquisitors show up. I love the exploration of the, like, caverns that the Lord really left behind. I love all of that backstory that we're getting. I don't love the petty politics of sieging a castle. I don't love it. It's not my favorite. I do have some predictions, though. I think that Ruin is influencing more than it seems. Like, I think Elend is having his thoughts influenced by Ruin. I think I don't think Spook saw Kelsier. I think Spook saw a projection of Ruin. That's what I'm calling, although I could be wrong. Again, it's fine. I'm not blown away. I don't understand how this series is, like, on people's top series of all time, top fantasy series of all time. It's just not that great to me. Like, it's fine. It's good. It's entertaining, but it's not great. So, those are my thoughts. Part 3 coming up in a couple of days. I don't know. I'm just living my life. We got a book haul. Where did we just go?
Books a Million.
What book did you get?
Bam!
What book
I
did
got
you get?
the sequel to Ready Player One, Ready Player Two.
And
I started reading the preface in the store, and I'm really intrigued, and I would like to keep reading, but I have to drive.
So he's really excited, and that makes me excited because books. I got Shadow and Bone, first book of the Grishaverse, because I've been wanting to read it for a bit. And
the what?
The Grishaverse.
Grishaverse.
The TV show is coming out in like April, so I gotta read the trilogy before the TV show. I gotta read probably all 5 books, the trilogy, and then 6 of Crows duology. This 6 of Crows is one I'm not like super interested in reading just because of all the hype, but Shadow and Bone I feel like has less hype, but it's also like revered as still an excellent book.
Is 60 Crows in that series?
6 of Crows.
6 of Crows
is a second series in that world.
Okay. The Grishaverse?
Yeah, sort of. And then I got Son of a Witch, which is the sequel to Wicked, and look at the freaking sprayed edges, and it's in the same edition that I have of Wicked, so I don't know how to put it in your face.
She walked around the store and picked up like 4 books, put 3 of them down, and as she was leaving the store, was like, oh, look at that, and picked it up.
Yeah. So I like having all of my editions be the same, and so since they had this in the same edition that I have, I bought it.
Have you read this before?
Wicked?
Son of a Witch?
No, but I wanted to read Son of a Witch, but every time we'd go in the store, they would have like the big, tall edition, and I didn't want to get it because it wouldn't match the one I have.
Isn't this the mass-produced?
It is mass market paperback, but I don't mind a mass market paperback.
Okay.
I, in fact, enjoy them. So, there we go. I almost got Warbreaker. I put it down. I almost got Born. I put it down. What else did I almost get?
Which one's the Sanderson series?
Warbreaker.
Warbreaker.
So yeah, we'll see. Mostly because some of those are on a Christmas wish list, and I don't want to buy them, and then someone got me that for Christmas, and then I feel really uncomfortable. Anyways, we're going to go to the mall and take back a sweater I bought that was too small. So you guys can come along for that.
Alright, you good?
Yep. Scotty's first Nashville hot chicken.
I don't even know where I'm gonna black the hole. There it is. Oh yeah.
Is it good? Is it spicy?
It's freaking delicious, but damn.
I'm not even eating mine. It's too hot. I need like ranch or ketchup or something, and they didn't give us any, so not even gonna eat mine right now. So I just finished part 3, and I'm finally interested in this book. It took me 3 whole parts to get there. I've been super frustrated because I've been bored this whole time, like so actually bored this whole time. There's been a couple of like cool things I've learned, but pretty much I've just been bored. Let's see how many tabs I put in this section. 4 tabs in this whole section. I've just been bored, just plain bored, and that's all I really got to say. But apparently Raina's alive. At least they're making us think he's alive. Definitely can tell Spook is been like hemorrhagically, infected or whatever you want to call it. So he's being controlled by Ruin. Marsh is being controlled by Ruin. I feel like everything we're focusing on right now is so not important. Like, I just want to know how they're going to defeat Ruin, or how they're going to at least like get out of this. I want to know the end without going through all of this work, this 400 plus pages of boring work. And I don't know how this book series can be people's favorites of all time. And that's my official standing. I know no matter what happens in these last 325 pages, that will not change my mind. This book series is overrated, and I don't like it that much. That seems really, really harsh, because I do enjoy certain aspects of it. The world building, the magic system, but the plot and the narrative styling suck, according to my mind. The character development is not great. It's just this is just not a great book series, and I feel like I've almost wasted my time. Almost. I do feel culturally literate, and like Brandon Sanderson now, I know at least a little bit, and it's been an interesting ride. But it has not been as good as everyone told me it was, and I'm upset about it. So that's what I got. I'm gonna start part 4 tonight because I have to know like if it's actually Rain or if it's someone else. But I do not have the ability to finish these last 300 pages. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve and the next day is Christmas Day. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this or not before then, because we have lots of family plans, of course. That's all I really have to say is I just got to literally page 400, and I'm just now interested in this story. And I have invested 2 previous books. This should not be. I am disappointed. Reason Ven can pierce copper clouds is that freaking earring that she's been wearing as her mother. She's got extra enhanced bronze powers through hemorrhagy. So what did her mom do? Her mom killed her baby sister. Tried to kill her baby sister. Shoved the earring in her ear. So her mom knew about these processes. So, okay, Rain, I need to figure out what's going on with Rain. I'm sorry. I want to know. I want you guys to know that I understand all of the clues he's giving me. He's not that smart. Like, he's giving me everything. And I need you guys to know that I'm picking up on it. So it wasn't actually Rain. I didn't actually think it was him. I just wanted to let you guys know that. I made it to chapter 48, but I'm going to bed for the rest of the evening, and I'll update you when I finish part 4. Okay, so I just finished part 4. I'm moving on to part 5. Guys, I'm really not enjoying this book. Like, I've been so bored. I realized the other day I've been reading this book for almost the entire month, and it should not have taken me that long. I just am not wanting to pick it up. I put it down and I want to read literally anything else, and that's frustrating for me. The parts that we're getting into now are the exciting parts where we're finally getting answers, and that's really exciting, but I'm just really annoyed that it took this long to get here. While I am enjoying what's happening, I just can't believe it. So I really have nothing else to say except that I cannot wait to find out what part 5 and part 6 have in store for me as far as like answers and action and the important stuff. I'm glad that the boringness is over, but I'm still annoyed by it to the point that I don't really want to finish. But I'm going to finish because I have a compulsion and I have to finish. But this is going to be a really boring vlog because the whole time I'm just going to say I'm bored and I'm mad and bummed. Like, I really wanted to be able to be a Sanderson fan, like one of these Cosmerites, I don't know, that's what I'm going to call them. People that just love the Cosmere and love Brandon Sanderson and read everything he's written and such crazy huge super fans, and I don't think that's going to be able to be me because I cannot stand the way this man writes. So that's what I got. I'll see you at the end of part 5. Well, I did think of one thing. Tensoon's character, how he's going to like find Ven and he has some super secret information that's going to help her defeat Ruin, is going to make me angry because that would have been the answer the whole time. It's kind of like what happened at the end of book 2. I knew the answer because I can pick up on context clues, but Ven didn't know the answer just because she didn't know the answer. In this case, it's going to be Ven could have known the answer if only Tensoon had been there sooner, and that's a kind of a lazy storytelling thing to me, a plot device to me, and so I'm gonna be really mad if that's actually what's happening here, but I'll let you know when I find out. Okay, so I don't think there's actually going to be like a part 6. I think part 5 is just the last part of the book. But I made it to page 600, so I wanted to update. Let me check. Vin's earring. I think Vin's earring is her whatever, the H one, the Harukimi. Vin's earring gives her herochemical powers. I'm calling it. But Ruin doesn't know about it. I don't know how he doesn't know about it. Maybe he does. He's just keeping it a secret. But I'm calling that her earring is herochemical, which is why she can pierce copper clouds, is because she has the extra bronze power. Because her mom, right? Okay. I'm calling that. Secondly, what else am I calling? I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen here. But that's just part of it. I like how Marsh keeps coming back. Like, the fact that he is a really big character I really enjoy because I liked him a lot from the first book. And what was... So, like, Spook's letter just got intercepted, right? And Marsh killed Goradel, right? He's dead now. But the letter got intercepted, and all the letter was talking about was, like, how piercings give Ruin a way into someone's, like, kind of thoughts and processes, and he can control them more. So I'm like, okay, that has to be because Vin could be controlled by Ruin. Like, that's what that has to be, is he's trying to, like, convince her. But I'm not really sure. I'm probably going to finish this tonight. I don't know. I may not. I only have like 120 pages left, and I just want to get it over with. That's a really sad place to be at the climax of an epic fantasy trilogy. That's all I have to say about that. So I just finished the book. Scotty is over there putting the thing up, so ignore any drill noises you hear. It is 2 a.m. I'm exhausted. I finished the series. I wanted to cry at the culmination of just the storylines coming together and all of everything. I'm still very annoyed that all of that happened in 200 pages. Like, okay, so 700 page book and a 700 page book. It's like 2100 pages, and the biggest part of it happened in 200 pages. I feel like he could have spread all of that out so much better. There was so much time spent in places that it did not need to be spent, and I am just mind boggled at why he did that. But I told Scotty he can write his books however he wants to write his books. I read them. I'm so glad I read them. I am glad that I now know the story and I know the resolution of what happened. And even if I don't like the way it was written, it doesn't matter. It was written, that's kind of what matters. But I don't even think I could properly enjoy the last 200 pages because I was so angry that I knew he was putting so much information in those last 200 pages. It made me upset, so I wasn't able to engage with the ending of the story as well. I'm okay with how things ended as far as, like, who died and who didn't die and who ascended to a higher plane. I'm okay with those decisions. I think the solution of combining the two conflictions of the world makes a lot of sense logically. I wish there had been more ground laid for that. Maybe there was and it's just 2 a.m. so I didn't notice, but I feel like it was just like, oh, if we put them together, it'd all be okay. I may need to reread this series to fully appreciate everything, and I probably will just at some point in my life, even if I just listen to it on audiobook. But I finished the Mistborn Trilogy, and it is over with and done with, and I'm so glad. I can move on to something different now. If you're still here in this vlog, thank you so much for watching. I want to know what you think about this trilogy, because clearly I have some mixed feelings. Comment down below, let me know. that's all I have on this topic. And I'm going to do a series review later on, but I want to be done talking about this book series for a while. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.